Alright, you wonderful people, Matt Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we're gonna continue the adventures in, Outer Worlds 2. Game got me hooked yesterday. Let's further ado, let's get to it. We're launching it right now. The Anti-Corporation and the Spacers Edition, whatever, Corporation have joined hands. Now it's called... What's it called? Not Mooner's Choice, but it's called Anti's Choice now. I'm sad about that, because I always like Mooner's Choice. There we go.
Did DeVries rip a hole in the universe because she hates her job? The Earth Directorate needs to invest in a suggestion box.
Yeah, let's me continue where I left off. I just want to make sure the audio is working properly. Okay, good. We're good with the audio. So where were we? What are we doing? Skill points? I got some skill points. 2 points to myself. What do I use it for? I think I was going for engineering, right? Amazing, yeah. There you go. Apply. I think I need to go the other way. Wait. Yeah, I need to save this or whatever. Get across the bridge. That quest is not happening anytime soon. Because, yeah. Should I attempt the bridge? Could. Alright, let's attempt. As you can see, Anti's Choice.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift over! I have a life outside this place, you know!
Surprised, can run. Doesn't have stamina, like, you know? Some games, they, there's like a stamina thing.
Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to
Yeah. See if we can get to that bridge.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
No, I died. I was trying to take a health, but I didn't have it, I guess. Two room chroma kits? Nah. It's load game. Alright. Do this properly and not die. Engineering, engineering. Fly. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's try not to get into a gunfight unless I absolutely need to.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Ship's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
Save the game here. Wait, what is this?
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Just say which.
You done? And then the other guys got torn apart. Alright, let me go look at the map. Yo, I can't cross this way. Good way to cross here? Isn't that the only bridge is the only thing? That's what they said. Yeah, there's no way to cross. Alright.
Injuries detected.
Yeah.
Please seek medical assistance prior to loss of consciousness. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Paradise Island is a sparsely populated landmass located off the west coast of Eden's primary continent. The island is host to idyllic coastlines, verdant flora, and extremely hostile protectorate garrisons. Plan your visit accordingly.
Some more of those thingies.
Commencing combat-related activities.
Commander, watch your vitals!
Status. Susceptible to danger. Stamina.
Kinda went the wrong way.
Emergency protocol syringe is primed.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
Ran out of bullets. Great. Man, I think we just get to the dock, heal ourselves. Yeah, which one was his house again?
What was that? I was just talking about
Promoting.
Particularly tough.
making good progress.
Run, run. In the wrong place. I don't even know where to go.
Engaging combat protocols.
Do the protocols. Alright, save the game. Those, friends?
Scout report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is.
Mind your own business interests.
Yeah, what is this place?
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Some sort of outpost. They seem to be friendlies. Corporate troopers, or whatever they call them.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to go that way. Go back in town.
Feels good to be back in the saddle, don't it, Val? Kind of reminds me of our days in Nixon. Dodge and protect patrols. You remember that?
Error. Memory not found.
Ah, well. That's all right, Val. I'll just have to do the remembering for both of us.
Is there a town again? Have a railway system or something? Never seen the train.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just Taro excrement.
Engineering. What's up, man?
Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes.
Seem a little jumpy. Heard that before, but I have yet to catch a bullet.
There's a first time for everything. Wait. You make it a habit of sneaking up on people so as they want to shoot you? Seems ill-advised.
Yeah, seem a little jumpy. Oh, I was sneaking, or... Was I sneaking, or were you just situationally unaware?
Could be a little of both, I'll grant you. I've been so wrapped up in my business, I'd barely notice a ship dropping out of the sky if it didn't land on me. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation.
I was once mistaken for a Raptidon breeder. I have the bite marks to prove it.
Sure as I am, there's a fine tale to be told there. I've got one of my own to share with a more pressing need to address. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost them hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory. Yeah, we are all molecular machines and whatnot. I'm familiar with the 6 pillars of scientism. Guess I figured that was more open to interpretation than not. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
Okay. Path shunt. Antibiotic creams, okay. Need the inhaler thing. I think I explored this town enough. Steel foil. Who's this guy? Hey, buddy. I don't want to talk. Is this like his apartment? He lives here? Alright. Let you be. We've just been liberated. Power yourself. Latest AC products. Be efficient. Support mankind's future. All the propaganda. Only buy anti-products. This is like the generic houses. Everybody's house kind of looks the same. A DeVries, okay. Found something. Captain DeVries, here to report to your post in the information input and retrieval departments at 6 or 6:30 tomorrow. As I'm sure I don't need to tell you, every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole. No matter how seemingly small and insignificant their role may be, you may seem to be expected to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Okay. Subject DeVries, pitchball incident. It's not unheard for one of us to sustain injuries in the course of a spirited match of pitchball, even the ones as serious as shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. My experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in sovereign prized vodka. While it is understandable misconception. Such overindulgence do not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience for sovereign. Unfortunately, for you in the short time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative. But so to her, to Augustine, from Supervisor First Class Camarillo. So this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nonetheless, it's your duty to work through such injuries, to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside one's self-importance to elevate us all. Okay. She got a warning too. Personal subject terminal. Supervisor First Class Ojeda. Warning. Subject DeVries, your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I'm not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment, thanks to their sovereign. And it's incumbent on me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the traitorous order. I'm certain this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Do not let it happen again. Okay. Important announcements. To all subjects of the Protectorate. Invasion of cutthroat corporate. Scourge of unfettered capitalism has come to Arcadia, brought with seeds of its own destruction. The invasion armada accelerated the rift anomaly, which is naturally occurring well within our ability control, causing to fracture the ether, further sending invisible tendrils into all directions. This has closed the colony off from any sport that may have been waiting, but it's caused us no harm. Being self-sufficient in every way, these bit worshippers will soon taste defeat. It's your duty to resist the sugar temptation, processed promises, and low-quality goods they're using to try to subjugate our beloved colony. Do not hesitate to sacrifice your life to stop them, or to report to fellow subjects for collusion or weakness. Any subject caught with their products will be dealt with. Praise the sovereign. All subjects, Protectorate. Betrayal of the Order of Ascendant. From the Council Thero. As of this day, Order of Ascendants have declared themselves enemies of the Protectorate. That they have chosen to do in the wake of corporate invasion in our beloved colony tests to their true nature. It is now obvious that the corporate incursion was somehow helped by the traitors of the Order, else it would have been crushed before it began. Rest assured, the Sovereign knew of their treachery as well in advance and their betrayal, and thus was not taken by surprise. Any communications from, to, or involving the Order anyway are to be considered enemy correspondence and must be forwarded to the Ministry of Accuracy. Glory to the Protectorate. Okay.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
He was here. Inventory. This purple thing, whatever. Eat it. Okay. What is that? Whoa. Hold on a second. She had another secret something. Reese tracker appears to be surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside the container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Okay. Seek assistance in infiltrating. Welcome back, Agent DeVries. I randomly walked here, man. I had no clue that the Agent DeVries was here. Or this was one of her hideouts. So she seemed to have stayed here. Select messages. Lockwood. Farewell. To Savannah Lockwood from Augustine DeVries. Farewell. Savannah, your last missive stung me to my core. I can't believe you accuse us of such. Whilst I'm still in contact with Victor, the schism between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but you're deciding not whispering poison to each other's ear, and I can assume you in the dark path you accused of us going down in one of necessity, not choice. I've never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done and what I've been forced to live with. But therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The first time for actions has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the cult of corporatism? 6th chapter, one way or the other. I fear we are hurtling towards the same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost. Regardless of my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, the see you in the equation, my friend. How can he say we never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared this specifically, but that doesn't mean you didn't feel your suffering, Gustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it's pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget the void, damned Syrian, whatever it is you're planning, please come to me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh, but I'm holed up in Old Order Chapel of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me, and Victor. Oh, so that lady is, Savannah she's lying. She knew, Augustine. Mission logs. Mission log day 25.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Okay.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph?
Yep.
Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
No idea. It's all strange to me.
How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
Yeah, what are people saying about her?
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
But after I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Or describe to malice even that which can be explained by incompetence, I say.
Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
Sound like you hold a very high opinion of the Order. Not unreasonable to believe in some greater power. DeVries saw us as expendable. It's that simple.
Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice after the fact. Guilty. Not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
And, what's kept you going all these years? Hope of revenge? Our hands aren't clean either now. Kill people too. Care about this? I couldn't agree more.
If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
This place.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
How about we start introductions? I'm Commander Munu.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically, one might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Sounds like a typical corporate management structure to me.
I would never imply such a thing. I'm sure the minister and Officer Carr have only our best interests at heart. Though I must admit, their continuing quarrels give me trepidation. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
Got to see eye to eye. How would you know about that?
Well, because I was Protectorate. Once. I defected to Antes the second I could. But that's not the point of this conversation. Not when our leaders cannot reach an accord. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew. Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow. I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable.
Is this program required to give the rafts goofy names too?
Oh dear. I rather hoped that Copernicus rolled off the tongue a sight better than designation C0P3R. I suppose I'll ensure he responds to both in any case.
That's something about being ex-protectorate area. I'm curious.
Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. Bah. But then, Auntie's Choice came along and offered to transform our lives for the better. I chose to accept. And look where I am today. Over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due.
Thank you for taking pride in your new station. Oh, if everyone is as easy to conquer as you are, Auntie will control Arcadia in no time.
I wasn't conquered. I embraced Auntie's arrival. I toiled for years in a meaningless, trifling occupation. And then suddenly, I was given latitude to better myself. My dreams and abilities were my only limit. That's the beauty of Auntie's Choice. Everyone can make of their lives what they wish. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true freedom.
Because if Auntie's Choice saved you, give it another 6 months and that option will turn into despair. What about your friends and family? Is that how they feel?
Why do you assume I had anyone I could consider as such? My parents returned to the void long ago. No siblings, no children. I am the sole bearer of my name. As for friends, few cared for a janitor who talked to herself and preferred her books to praising the sovereign. Couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be seen as nothing. Then finally be afforded the opportunity to prove your worth. In any case, I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. The war effort and liberating the rest of the Protectorate waits for no one, you understand?
Okay. Musings of Raptidon. She gone from the chimeric scientist to Raptidon onboarding specialist, but it's not so harsh a change as I feared. Creatures require constant feeding, housing, training, combat conditioning, and phrasing in dulcet tones. Yes, but they also provided me an ample opportunity to study their constitution. They've taken well to a salve I developed from Uber for wound care, far better than the average human would have. While my previous work may be lost history, I can't help wonder might this have been used to aid graft recipients. So if so, we perhaps had more success than failures. Milverseed has come calling for the subcutaneous ejection again. I'll write more on my findings later. Milver Street. Halted assimilation. DB, first, thank you for always being so kind and listener. You've all immense assistance to me in the past 3 years. Particularly because I admit I'm being a bit of crossroads. It feels to be on the society for so long, yet to feel so separate from it. Try as I might have feel one with Auntie's Choice, it's as if I'm donning a costume. I wish I didn't feel so. Any advice you would be much appreciated. Your friend Ethel. There's a whole lot going for him here. Alright, let's go to the main mission. What's the main mission? Seek assistance in infiltrating. Augusti worked at the box with it, but given the danger involved in getting into the station, Niles recommends searching For more info on her by first locating her tracker in Fairfield. Which we did. You found DeVries' tracker. You located DeVries' house. So it suggested the Minister of Villains may have information about DeVries. Okay. Talk to the Minister. I'm not talk to the Minister yet. Is she in this house? She's in that big house.
Whether it's an orifice or a face,
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
Mr. Marketing. Wait, let me, Alt-Z. So, how do you take a screenshot? Alt plus F1, okay. Alt. You trying to sell me something?
I sell to the gullible and impressionable. You, however, seem a mite too clever to buy what I'm peddling. No, friend, I've got something better in mind for you. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
There was someone here. Name of Augustine DeVries.
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together. Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
That's a bit vague, isn't it? Nice sales pitch. My conscience is my own business, thanks.
You can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
Go to the ministry and retrieve the info. Anything else? Oh man. And the game. I don't know, why does it freeze? Like, it's been doing this. It did this yesterday too. Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to redo all of this. We'll give it a while.
I'm the Moon Man, formerly of Spacer's Choice, now the property of Auntie's Choice due to a hostile merger.
Spacer's Choice, now
I couldn't be
property of
happier
Auntie's
about it. Says so right in my contract.
Spacer's Choice. Now it's Auntie's Choice.
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's Choice makes it green for it.
Yep, I think we gotta redo it all. That's fine. I see that conversation the auntie was having with him.
No. Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie, I'll give you that.
Now, hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Officer Carr.
Alone at last.
This guy
I
seems
never
like
thought
a
you'd
clown.
leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street,
Demographics.
Minister of Marketing,
Commercial.
Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
I'm an alias, so no.
Splendid, because I'm not interested in hiring any more idiots. I'm looking for people of tact and vision and perspicacity. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this item? With that hat? Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? Ambition. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens. You're a hard sell. All right, if I attain my goals, I suspect I shall find it far easier to ascend within Auntie's choice. Did that get your attention? Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of mental reset designed to bring them closer to the Protectorate ideal. But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there a more beautiful phrase?
Grafted soldier.
Grafted soldiers were the subjects of the Enhanced Soldier Program, so named as its intent was to utilize nature to enhance a soldier's natural talents. Unfortunately, the program resulted in many casualties, and what few successes we had were literally short-lived.
Nothing. Let's not have much faith in your troops if you're sending me after one.
I may be a motivator of persons, but I'm also something of a realist. Our grafted soldiers are capable at their apex, but many degrade before accomplishing themselves. I chose Trooper Sealong to grant her the opportunity to be of use. But the grafting program was shuttered with good reason. Best to be thorough. Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
Good point. I'll be back. Yeah. Don't work with this goof. Let's find Where's our car?
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
Didn't catch a look at your uniform before. Oh, the reaching arm of the Earth Directorate, wagging its fingers and snagging our pocketbooks. Hope you won't be a problem. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
No, having a purpose has never really been my thing, but I'm supposed to go to the Vox.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
No, shame in hearing what you've got. Seems to me you care more about efficiency than saving human. Have you seen any unusual protected subjects? I'm looking for someone named DeVries.
Unusual refers to every turncoat and is not a halfway strong enough phrase. Try gormless cretins who can not so much as wipe their running noses without begging permission. Don't know if there's a DeVries here, not my department. Milver Street befriends the ex-subjects, keeps tabs on them. Ask him. Why are you looking for them? Who are they to you? Directorate agents betraying their fellows? So much for humanity's best and brightest. My employer would assuredly be filled with wrath if it were my forces I were committing. But enlisting a freelancer on my own dime is hardly committing any forces. If you fail, I'll be out nothing, and Auntie shall be none the wiser. And if you succeed, I can't be blamed if my plans came to fruition on their own. I haven't broken an idealist over my knee in ages. Open your ears wide, friend, for this is a whetstone well scoured. Efficiency saves human lives. Engage a detachment in open combat. Expect dozens dead on both sides. Kill their commander beforehand, and their soldiers will rout without a shot fired. Such is war. Milver Street, for all his book learning, doesn't seem capable of understanding such. I hope you're a sharper sort than he, willing to do what must be done. This fine settlement is Fairfield. Once in the Protectorate's grasping claws, now Auntie's newest foothold on Paradise Island. When we arrived, it was thick with yaysayers, a hair's breadth away from sacrificing themselves to their old masters. Now they've seen the golden glow of the free market. Entertaining as it is to root out dozens of entrenched, suicidally murderous subjects, I'd take the efficiency of capitulation any day. Couldn't say. Maybe Milver Street's hearts and minds drivel holds weight after all. Though you'll pardon me for not dropping low and begging his forgiveness. The subjects are his problem now. Myself? I'm focused on making sure the Protectorate doesn't bring them back into the fold by force. I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwashing? Oh, for shame. He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive if he knew directness. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. work with me. Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people, and there'd no doubt be a replacement crew in a week's time. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary. Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper. Think all you like. Speak to Milver Street if he ain't already stuck his hooks in you. I'm confident you got the spine for what must be done.
Find information on debris in Fairfield. Augustine House Red, trim circle windows, pictures. Yeah, we already found her house. What is this? Dear Father, Mother, Guardian, I regret to inform you that your dad, Black, what? Dear son, daughter, child, employee, first name was killed in action. I know the sorrow of this message brings you, but know that was available to anti-choice acid and his contribution to warfare. Now Eden will not be forgotten. Still yours, Babylon Car, Acquisitions Officer. So, a lot of the soldiers have been dying to the cause, I guess. Yeah, let's just side with the car. Where'd she go?
I know I may seem awash in warm, welcoming sentiment, but I have a war to win. You ain't aiding me. You're wasting valued time. Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying to hails several weeks ago. Hardy bunch. Fought all across the system. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which makes 2 1/3 complete corpses of a 6-person unit. Mocking us. Calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it weren't taking so many of my best and brightest. Once the fighting reignites in full, they'll pay dearly. Best buck up. Need a strong constitution if you expect to go up against the Protectorate, and you're not reaching the Vox without doing so. All else fails, you can always engage in upchucking before you enter combat. Won't be as hail, but it beats heaving amidst a firefight. My soldiers are motivated by the desire to climb the ranks. They need motivation to top that. Might be time for them to find a different line of work. Fun as it is to discuss reasoning, reckon our time would be better spent focused on business.
It is fun to talk to them, man. They always have something else. Let's see what he has to say.
Greetings again. You have my undivided attention. What's on your mind?
Acquisitions Officer Carr mentioned you wanted me to sabotage an automech repair center. I'm looking for the...
I have some faint recollection. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. wishes to use dubious military intelligence to justify a foolhardy assault, and she's treating you as her personal courier. It concerns me that she's asked you for assistance. Surely you're not considering aiding her.
Matter of fact, hard to say. You got a counteroffer?
You should reconsider. Whatever she's told you, Car's a brute. You should assist me instead.
Let's get the town's hall records. Sure.
What is it? Loose your words. I'm listening. Competence recognizes competence. Get into that facility and make certain it won't ever function again. I look forward to hearing your results.
Okay, gain entry to the auto tech or whatever.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you. Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta. Anyway, need something, Commander?
More about this merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice.
It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Anti-Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it? All I heard about this moon called Eden ain't much lived up to the name, though. All jesting aside, what's there to tell? Spent the first year getting back up on my feet, literally. Been mostly laying low since then, maintaining my cover. Before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone to watch the colony, and I had 2 working lamps. Same as you. Dumb luck. Barely made it back to the ship on my own power. Don't much recall after that. Val tells me I was in a bad way. I needed an honest-to-law doctor. That's when I found Zebulon. Or he found me. I'd lost a lot of blood, so it's all behind the haze now. This was before the invasion. Not to say there wasn't some risk, what with the Sentinels and all, but it ain't like it is now. The Protectorate used to believe they were untouchable. Now they know they're mortal, same as the rest of us. That's some hard gravity to pull. Not always. Went a couple of stretches there on low power to avoid detection from Protectorate patrols. I usually shut her down for a few cycles then. the way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong.
You're alone a long time now. I just want to make sure.
Sure, we're a tight pair, but it's nothing unhealthy like you're slanting at. Val's got me out of more scrapes than I can count. She can be a little Delphic at times, but she'll grow on you. Promise. I appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Got caught up in a few lost causes, the particulars of which I'd rather not go into now, if it's all the same. I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it.
What did the ship smell like before?
Spratwurst. I was trying to teach myself some new skills on the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. I figured Spratwurst ain't an easy meal to mess up. Well, I learned about 20 ways how not to fix a worst.
You didn't grow up in cardiology. Well, what was life like? Where are you from?
Like most colonies. Good people being ground down from above. A lot of fancy talk from suits about streamlining and quarterly earnings while them on the line barely scrape by. Triangulum's known for churning out freighters, and shipbuilding ain't exactly known for being clean, safe work neither. Especially when corners get cut. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged up, filthy, and smelling like I just crawled out of an exhaust port.
I know what's that. Spent a fair amount of time around ship's mouth out.
You never forget your first time manually flushing a propulsion tank, do you? Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. But I wanted to learn, so I paid attention. Too good of attention, as it turned out. I was working late one evening and overheard something I shouldn't have. Some bigwigs exchanging inside information that would have cost the corporation a pretty bit. A day later, I was being accused of corporate espionage. Didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jackboot showed up at my door.
Did you worry that running would make you look guilty? What's putting others first? That's one of the things I like of it.
Oh, now, you'll have to tell me what those other things are sometime. I was on the run for, I don't even know how long. The days sort of bled into one another. I started losing hope of things ever changing for the better. Then, the Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated Triangulum, pulling me and the rest of the colony out from under the corporate boot. Joining up after that just made sense.
Tell me how you first met DeVries.
She was one of the forward agents who went ahead to assess just how bad Triangulum had gotten. We met while I was in hiding, and I helped her learn the lay of the land, as it were. She was no nonsense. I thought her one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And while she could also be cutting, I felt like I only caught her edge when I deserved it. I liked her. And for some reason, she seemed to take a shine to me. But she wasn't around long. By the time I officially joined up, she'd already moved on to the next mission. Sure was. Kept hoping I might run into her during training. But now I know she was busy turning her coat here in Arcadia. My folks shuffled off the motor coil when I was little. Assembly line accident. Got passed between some distant relations for a few years. They tried their best. Weren't cruel or nothing, but life on Triangulum was tough. And they had their own families to worry about, you know? I didn't like feeling like I was adding to their burden, so I struck out on my own, just as soon as I could. And well, you know how that turned out. Yeah, thoughts crossed my mind over the years, especially when it was just me and Val. I wish I spent more time with her when I had the chance. No point missing something you're never getting back, though. That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. They probably figure I'm dead. Void it all. Now you got me thinking about it. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum, make the introductions myself. Deal? Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you. I've got time. I could ask you the same thing. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence, but at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it. Not much dignity in having your limbs blown off. Sorry, that was blunt. I just get tired of talking around it, you know? But back to your initial question, do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah, some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you, and well, not much to regret there. Only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair, but it keeps on. You buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking extra shifts cleaning the head. I have so many questions I want to ask right now, but I think I'd regret getting the answers. Oh, and thanks for what you said. Maybe I'm not as far away from where I started as I thought.
Injuries detected. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
I don't care where they post me, as long as it's a spot.
A lot of fresh blood in the town pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
And she'll give you some new glitz. Give NT 5 bits, and she'll give you a facial spritz.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition and plenty to drive people to drink. Well, don't you look Oh, right. Absent-minded. What'll it be, stranger? All right.
currently experiencing longer than normal waiting times. For expedited treatment, please file medical forms 49F, 87B, 90...
Don't mean to sound unsociable, but you might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings.
This unit is not permitted to operate within corporate-owned medical facilities without said corporation's consent. Non-legally binding reassurances, however, may be offered.
Reassurances, you say? Like what?
Deploying reassurance. Do not worry. You will be fine.
I guess that's something. Look at me, drawing comfort from a drone after being attacked by one. Funny world, ain't it? I was on sentry duty, bravely surveying our perimeter for threats, when a Protectorate drone attacked out of nowhere. Third time in as many days. I returned fire like it was a cereal. Bang, bang, bang! Pew, pew, pew! Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me. Trooper Faulkner happened upon the scene just then and dispatched the drone before it could finish me off. As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while defending the forward operating base. Imagine the base is probably hurting for warm bodies just now. Only one of the most lucrative posts a soldier could be assigned to. Hazard pay through the roof. The FOB's our main line of defense. The only thing stopping the Protectorate from sending their legions over that bridge of theirs and attacking us here in Fairfield. The man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. What I wouldn't give to join his outfit. Now there's an idea might be worth considering. They do say the quickest way to a promotion is by climbing over other bodies. It's all a moot point till I can get this arm of mine mended. Poor Doc Barnes is working himself to the bone trying to take care of us, but he's only one man. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine the casualties he'd be dealing with then, given all its defenses. This sounds great. I'm sure Doc Barnes would appreciate the help. You'll find him in the next room over. Just be prepared. He's not too keen on interruptions. I'd say welcome back. If you're here for the doc, hope you ain't in any kind of hurry. Wait's still on the long side of short. Surely do. Keeping it on the inside's the trouble. Aw, heck, but I shouldn't complain. Others have it worse than me. Eden's former tenants sure aren't making it easy for us to move in.
I must ask you to hold.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
Let's not waste each other's time.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Oh, I'm sorry. You must be my replacement, since you're so clearly qualified to do my job. I am not required to answer that.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. Well then, she should have thought about that before getting shot.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next, a giant station falling out of the sky to crush us all? In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone, I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it. Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I can barely get the damn thing to produce antiseptic, so I sincerely doubt it. But if you've the training to work such a machine, you're welcome to try. Now, was there anything else? Oh, certainly. Right after I see to all these other patients who arrived before you. Such hysterics would not endear you to me, no. Fine, let's have a look. Briefly.
Merciful law! That's a hideous wound! How are you not in excruciating pain right now?
For someone of your tender constitution, it's honestly shocking you're still upright. I can apply some Antes-branded deep wound adhesive, but it's hardly cheap. All right. Well, let me know if you change your mind. I can't fix you up when you're dead.
I'd love to stand here and gab, but not really.
Look up here on bounty. Oh, there's the bounty machine. No outstanding bounty for Commander Munu. Auntie thanks you for abiding by the law. The Home Swarm. The following are bounties for Paradise Island region. Structure dispatch a swarm of anti-corporate drones against Fairfield. A drone cannot be reasoned with or persuaded by superior marketing and must therefore be destroyed. Last seen in the hills around the Mystery of Accuracy. Bounty of bits and positive reinforcement rewarded. Hover drone. Okay. Do that. Where's the drones?
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Apparently there are drones here. And I gotta Get engineering. Freaking hell. The other way around this. Okay, I can't do that one. Craft weapons. Where do you do that? Range.
Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
Bar's war chest key.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted, quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
Yeah.
If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to take down a name before offering my wares. I'll just make it up for expediency's sake. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. No one here but you, me, and several tons of well-oiled machinery. What's this about? Good eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties.
I'll stop you from cleaning that room.
Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean.
I'm not very familiar with dropships myself. Could you show me that one over there? I could be wrong, but I never saw cracking one dropship primer than me either.
What? She'll start bleeding fuel during ascent, if not worse. I'd best go and take a quick gander, just in case. Thanks for the tip.
String long inventory, basically weapons, blah blah blah, high caliber. Okay. Buy some of them. Compact rounds. Inhaler. Alright. Need one. Fast shunt, distraction, mag pick, shock soak. Concussive mine. Got more ammunition. Nice. Alright, this helmet's terrible.
And over there, you see, the fuselage has been modified to endure the pressure of repeated entries, which is... but listen to me blathering on. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. As a friendly reminder, all sales are final, especially ammunition.
This would be cool. Grit enhancing materials. Alright, speed goes up. Okay. Dang.
Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself.
The target is not on the ground, recruits. Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not. The soldiers before you are former Protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench. They're accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day. I'm not one to idle in the path of a good faith effort to accelerate education. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask.
What? Oh, sure thing. The commander here is an experienced Deadeye and a natural leader. If you're looking for someone to deposit a few pearls of wisdom.
Much as I'm inclined to trust the word of your compatriot, I still expect you to advocate for yourself. You're the one who wishes to speak with my recruits, after all, not him. A teacher must always believe in the promise of their pupils, for as long as either are being paid to engage in instruction. Respectfully, I must decline your offer. Please excuse me. Lindell, you reload with a muzzle. Eyes open when you pull the trigger. You can't shoot what you can't see. You've returned. I don't suppose you're here for instruction yourself. Is this about the trainees again? I'm not aware of any invasion. We are here as liberators, not invaders. We're bringing the free market to those without the freedom to choose, and liberating Arcadia's resources to aid struggling colonies. I understand it must look like violence. But listen to any of our ex-Protectorate colleagues speak on their lives before. The stories they tell are stories of oppression. It's a wise personage who knows they don't know everything. As I tell my pupils, please don't think me rude for abbreviating our conversation, but I must get back to my duty. You've returned. I don't suppose you're here for instruction yourself. Is this about the train?
Go consume like a good consumer.
Not everyone's cut out for life in an anti-encampment. It's intense, but only 3 to attend, and we sleep in shifts. Cot's comfy enough once the adrenals.
Something I can help you with? Not yet. Though, if anyone asks, I'm making unprecedented progress.
My commanding manager gave me great
Okay. Let's get on with the main mission, I guess.
Been noticing a lot of screws going missing lately. Shit, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No missing fastener reports have been filed with this unit.
Let me rephrase. Have you been collecting screws for some reason?
Affirmative. Multiple replacement screws have been collected in accordance with pending work order from Agent Amara. I must have a screw loose.
It's a figure of speech, Val.
Let me know when you need instructions.
Iranium is dangerous. Hazard. Powering protectorate's automechs. Standing as Iranium poison you, lowering your maximum toxicity. Too much Iranium can poisoning. Prove fatal. Okay. This is Iranium power drones, huh? How do I get over there? God damn. Man, sometimes it's hard to get to places.
Commencing combat-related activities. Emergency protocol syringes. Entering.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by it.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Maintaining your battlefield stamina.
Not getting up without help, Commander. Take him out!
Confronting threat.
Hey, it's Deputy Son. Hey, you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. Mind yourself now. I don't know my life story to someone I ain't even properly acquainted with. What is it you're doing round here? Oh, that's a high-profile target. Huh. If she entrusted that to you, then I reckon we're on the same side. Or something like it. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none. When there's paperwork, there's enemy secrets. And dropping Raptidons on the place is a quick way to stop any personnel keen on destroying those secrets before we find them. It's a kinder fate than if they survived. Allowing us to walk off with this intel would surely land any survivor in front of the firing squad. Or sentimental refreshment. Far as I can tell, it's the polite name for re-education camp. If you've got the misfortune of being protectorate, you live under the watchful eye of the Sentinels. You even think of stepping out of line, they pay you a visit and send you off. To where exactly, ain't sure. But you'll be getting obedience kicked into you. And apparently there's some highly sensitive intel about mental refreshment hereabouts. The minister sent me here to find it. If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs. Other than punch a hole in my armor, cause Huel at the saloon to yell in consternation, not much, at present. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one. She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter. All right. Suppose if you've been in my position and managed to do well for yourself, could be an option worth keeping on the table, if all else fails. Get the feeling you will. Go on now. There's probably plenty of Protectorate info waiting to be scooped up if you're keen. Just mind the wraps. I got what I came for, so I reckon it's time to see about my contract. Law knows I could use a lucky break.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's Choice.
Engaging combat protocols.
Okay. Glad I had the shotgun. Overdue deliverables. Our records indicate that Ministry is 247 days late on delivering critical information to Euphoria Arc. Print the following path to Euphoria Arc and hand deliver the pertinent reports immediately. I don't. 2 sentinels resting in my automatic last night. Upon their leave, I found 2 new data recorders hidden beneath the main sensor lens. Perplexed is their intention. They must know I have found the recorder eventually. What's more, they're sentinels. They could simply request the primary data service they had in mind to. Should likely say nothing, but if something goes wrong, that the automatic I'd be afraid to have its abnormality occur to me. Master technician, one would expect I could solve any issue that arose in one of my automechs. Auto tech something mechs. Research downwind haywire. Oops.
Locked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Man, these missions are located like far apart.
Keep them coming.
Engaging hostile.
Ain't nothing there.
Damn. Where the heck are we? Well, I should be here. Alright, let's go around this place. Consider threats. Anyways, gonna add engineering and medical. Oh, we a threat.
Take the pressure off with anti-physicals.
Knew you'd be back. What do you need this time?
Aside from the stale chow, ubiquitous mud, contract anxiety, and pervasive dread that our facility might...
What's this place?
Ask them defectors if they miss anything about Protectorate life.
10 bits, they said community.
Sorry, John without a towners is top of my not-to-do list.
All right, Val. Now seems as good a time as any to test how your personality modules function. Why don't we start simple? Val, how's the weather today?
Proceeding with lengthy and unnecessary unauthorized entry into an arbiter training facility is likely to result in violent arbitration.
You hear that? Sounds like a dragoon tropping about. I don't fancy making its acquaintance.
Warning. Turret sentries ahead.
Disturbance.
Promoting. Commander, is not advised at this time.
Hello, and goodbye.
Wireless free.
Irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo.
Hey, they got a radio system here, huh? Seems to be the place. Paradise Island. I love it. At least give me some meat or something. What is this place? Hello, Mac Repair Center.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Step aside.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak. Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers. You're free to pass, stranger.
Okay.
Outsider?
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
And
ambient ziranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business. This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, Quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Best look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable. Current inventory indicates 0 copies of item designated stuff. Transaction halted.
I see. It's mislabeling stuff as a specific request. I'll have to add additional linguistic support for collective nouns. Look, for now, just use the phrase initiate commerce. It's what I used during the initial testing.
Initiating commerce.
Nice gun. Oh, your birthday stream. Hey, happy birthday.
See you soon,
Yeah, I was having a hard time streaming right now. It's, hopefully we get I'll be streaming in more, I guess, often. I have another Zelda game that arrived. The Hyrule. Age of Calamity or whatever. We're gonna be playing that soon. How you doing, Tassan? Been a while.
Regarding the abilities of a true and upright Protectorate Sentinel, should seek mental refreshment.
Might be wise to get that large gas cloud.
This guy.
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and defend it.
Let me just save the game, see if I shoot him. Something happen. That was on your 2026 bingo list. I don't think anybody realized. That make them all hostile? Let's find out.
What?
Alright, load the game. Vampire Survivors? Dude, there's a apparently Vampire Survivors has in VR. I don't know if you know, I bought a PlayStation VR too. And I also bought a PlayStation Pro. Yeah, and apparently there's PlayStation like Vampire Survivors in VR or something. We'll get to that. We'll get to Vampire Survivors. There's another Vampire Survivors in 3D. It's not Vampire Survivor, but it's a knockoff of it. Forgot the name of that game. Did we AM? No, it's 12:30 AM for me. Yeah, daylight savings time. I think I added in about an hour. Would have been like 1:30 a.m., but it's 12:30 a.m. right now. Well, what is this? Skill and perks added. Get my speech up, I guess. Hack. Okay. Wait, things harming me. Where do I gotta go? Access granted. Somewhere in there? How do I get in there?
We should get any closer.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
And I died. Great. That didn't work out. Potatoes more build base, while Pepper Spot just pray you get ice. It's alright. I need to get inside that building. I don't know how to do it. They say they have like a leak. So I'll use them later.
Brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of
outsider.
Probably like a sick bay. Doc.
Oh, a new arrival. Oh, and what's this? You, I dare say, are exhibiting clear signs of Zeranium exposure, stranger.
Zeranium exposure.
Fortunately for you, you appear to have a fairly mild case. I imagine you haven't even noticed any symptoms yet. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask for medical posterity, and so on and so forth.
Okay, go ahead.
First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the Zeranium?
Water to kind of Zeranium gas, not sure exactly where.
I'll mark it down as haphazard meandering then. All too common these days. More dangerous than one might think. All right, next question. How are you feeling? For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow?
Bones seem
Have you
softer.
observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid or spleen?
Yeah, aching thyroid and spleen seems like a usually fine, all things considered.
Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid your recovery. I wish more of my patients shared your optimistic disposition. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you advanced Zeranium therapy of the highest possible quality.
All right. You're gonna give me something.
There, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would love, be pleased to act as your consulting physician again, should the need arise. Oh, gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter. What would you like to know?
How do I keep from getting Zeranium poisoning? Yeah, that one.
Total avoidance is best,
Okay.
but try to get out of the Zeranium as quickly as you can if exposure becomes necessary. Come to think of it, there may be some exciting new breakthroughs in the near future. Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from
There, look at
Zeranium's
this guy.
effects, though she was having a spot of trouble last I heard.
Go next door to that guy. Okay.
Zeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored in a quasi-gaseous state, its output increases exponentially. Zeranium is found in a liquid state as well, but it's
Zeranium.
far too hazardous and inefficient for our needs. Refined Zeranium
Now we know
is
what
used to
Zeranium
power
is, a
nearly
yellow
all
gas thing.
major Protectorate technology.
Powers their
It's an
drone.
amazingly efficient power source. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause Zeranium crystals to explode.
Zeranium in its default crystalline state poses second. Zeranium crystals in this gaseous state. Zeranium is quite hazardous, breaking down organic matter through a mechanism we still don't
Breaks
quite
organic
understand.
matter through a mechanism they understand. How long can someone survive in a cloud of zero?
The concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a
Yes,
light
cloud
haze
kill
for
nearest
several
sea, so I
minutes,
learned that.
whereas, anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Hope I haven't bored you unduly. Don't have much to spare, but you're free to have a look.
Press buy inhaler. Yeah. Current funds too low. Okay. Slogging by. Next door. Somebody working on the device or something. Are you?
Stay true, outsider.
Him. Oh yeah, he's making the suits, I guess. This guy. Manage to consolidate the waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project a field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that the catalog amplifiers used in the Dragoon Automax might serve. Yet has a merit. I'll speak to the marshal about it in the morning. Note yourself, one of the automechanicals wanted in my lab picked up a crate of supplies. Couldn't decide where to set them down again and just gave up. Later I felt a vibration so hard that I thus shook down the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. Okay. Alright. Mad scientist?
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. I was just
Chief
saying, what's
Advisor
best for
Delphina
stoking
Bryan.
the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now, what is it you want?
You're an inventor. What exactly are you working on? I'm Commander Munu, and you are?
Quite busy, as I said, and less pleased for this unscheduled work suspension. Now, did you have some business here? Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas?
Yes. The clouds of fumes around the hangar outside?
One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Zeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's
Yeah, give me that
remarkably
device. I need
unsavory
it.
effects, as well as other forms of harm. Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
Willing to help if you need a hand.
Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
The gas need to be from the hangar. Wouldn't any Zeranium gas do?
Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that. Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near-instant death that way. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Zeranium-related maladies.
Yeah.
I believe that covers all the necessary education for this particular assignment. Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
You shoot. What? Yeah, there's. So how do I collect that? How do I collect Ziranium? Let's save the game. Want me to go collect this? How do I collect it? Let me go back to the journal here. Is that even there? Yeah, and how do I collect it? I died last time. All right.
Not sure we should get any closer.
Wait, X. Alright, got it. The auto appeared. The thing. Wait, where's she? There, right? Next door, right there. Okay.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks?
Sure have.
What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll... Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user.
And where's... That's where you need my help again? Sounds like your entire venture has nothing more than a theory before I came along.
I require a component called a catalytic amplifier. You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. Catalytic amplifiers are a somewhat outdated technology. Unfortunately for me, our chief mechanist, Woodrow, wasn't enthusiastic about my proposal to Geld his only combat automech. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier.
Yeah, tell me about the Dragoon.
I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's Choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zeranium poisoning. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
Shoo, shoot me away. Find that, it's mech. Get me a catalytic amplifier, whatever it is.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Zeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive.
Is that the one? Who's the, Who do I talk to? Talk to him? Man, who do I talk to? Him? Yeah, okay, that's the guy.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
There. Is that you arguing with the local marshal?
I'm afraid so, and you were wise not to get involved. The marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station. But I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
Worst that can happen.
Zeranium corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment. Oh is right. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right. She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a Protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic crap? I can't. I won't.
Oh, I should have added speech, huh? 3.
If you're really so desperate, you can track down our second Dragoon. Damn thing wandered up the coast and hasn't been seen since. I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stubborn when their instructions are unclear. First, that would undoubtedly destroy the catalytic amplifier. Second, everyone here would turn their guns on you. Believe me, I will try. Good hunting. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Alright, I should have, character. Yeah, I should have added speech. No point in doing that, let's just do the hack. There. And, there. One that's wandered up the coast, they say. Around here somewhere. Whoa. Save the game. What is this place? Something crashed here. Well, the guy in here, so. You can see, like, that must have been something, you know?
Let me know when you need it to stretch.
Engaging hostile.
Dang it. He stole my bullets.
Once we arrive at the Automech facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automechs.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch? Boyd, we're being bombed! Disembark! Lose formation to the beach, double time! We can take shelter in the rocks! Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt! Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise? Oh shit! Crabbles! Form defensive perimeter type 14A! Ah!
Man, this guy could be anywhere. Oh, your crab will meet. There, found the mech. Okay. Automech for parts. Catalytic amplifier. Got it. Okay. All that gravel trouble. Okay, let's go to the dock first.
Ah, you're back. And you've been cavorting with Zeranium again, by the looks of things. Certainly, there is a nominal cost for treatment to cover essentials. All right then, hold perfectly still. There, all better. Was there anything else you don't have much to spare, but you're free to have a look.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
Gas, energy, deflection, apparatus is a guy that grants you temporary shield, protecting you from damage it has such as Zeranium. Activating the gadget applies the shield, depleting with damage taken or time spent inside of a hazard. After duration enough damage sustained, the shield is disabled automatically. Reactivating the gadget while it is still active resets the duration. Okay. Alright, let's try this new thing. Ready? Are we ready? Let's talk to that guy first. Where is he?
If you need something, kindly make it quick. You want to see the quartermaster. She's right. She'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful.
That's the quartermaster?
Outsider.
Outsider.
Outsider?
Okay. Here's a vending machine. Sell. Sell something. Yeah, like this. 2 of these.
Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
Stay true, outsider.
First the attack, then there's Zeranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Right.
Entering conversational phase.
Dang. Get out of here. Sabotage the place. We have character points left. The perks. Okay. Rapper, Engineering 1. Survivalist. Okay, there's a map. thing. What the? Okay. I'm kind of slow at getting missions done, but nevertheless, I do get them done. Make some sort of progress. Now, this is far away. There might have been another way around the coast or something, but I wonder what the heck they grow around here. What are these plants? Alien plants. How to upgrade my crafting. Big game here.
Been working at that spot of business we discussed. Easier to lead with fewer targets nibbling at your psyche. Loose your words. I'm listening. Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Got more to report? Just that Milver Street requested her presence for some mission. Normally I'd demand to be paid, but I was just glad to get her some work. Trooper Sealong was one of my best enhanced soldiers, but never took to her grafts. Been uncertain what I could rely on her for. So Milver Street holds her contract. At least for now. Trooper Sealong ain't a fragile wallflower. She's a soldier. And even at reduced efficacy, she's worth 15 of any grunt picked at random. She's got a contract. And she ain't so far gone we can't make use of her. But the fact is, her grafts are holding her back, and it's only getting worse. Don't let it bother you. Now, let's talk helping you. There's a bridge gating entry to the northern part of the island. You want to get to the Vox? First step is getting through it. From there, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated, and by our engineers' metrics, might be useful in overloading the Vox's defenses. Wouldn't trust the Protectorate's over-engineered perfection to cook a spratwurst. Give me the no-frills, disposable quality of Auntie's choice any day. If by some miracle your contraption doesn't turn you inside out, it'd give you a much quieter route to the Vox. Much as I'd like the bridge's clearing. Once you pass to the northern end of the island and enter the Skycutter, you'll need to find the tower's power routing controls. Mayhaps you can wreak some chaos at the Vox. Step light, though. There's no Protectorate gallivanting near the tower, which, like as any, means something bloodthirsty lurks within. Stay intact.
Gain entry, credential. Find automech. Okay. Keep assistance in infiltration. Take the Skycutter's power. Okay. Some guy here that I have to help.
This new corporate life is so confusing for us Protectorate folk. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, shoot.
Thank you.
Saw you coming this time.
Another guy.
Something I can help you with?
There's security protocols, but I could set new target priorities.
As long as I'm on break, work does not exist. I cannot see the terminal. I do not hear the terminal. Get me? If you want to go poking around, that's your prerogative. Just don't break anything, all right? Look at them go. Kara's gonna be pleased having them added to the arsenal. Drones launched and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke. Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Kara, huh? Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again. No, of course not. Is that what you thought I was asking you to do? What a funny miscommunication. Hilarious. Anyway, thanks for your help. Fairfield will be a lot safer now with them drones on our side. And before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise. Swear that terminal. Would have thought you had more important things to do than stick around here.
Yeah. 2 points. We got another companion? What's that? Oh, him. Improve his armor or something? Okay. Oh no, saved the game and it crashed. Oh well. Switching out of the windows does it. But anyways, folks, so I guess that concludes our adventure today in Outer Worlds 2. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you like the stream, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. It's Matt Gamer. See you all next time.